This server is pretty big, not very sneers. There's not of nails of Siska with nails of arts and snap in the middle of it war there's Earth, and us. But that smaller as the universe seems looking up, it seems to get even smaller when you start looking down. You are towering over larger worlds within larger worlds within worlds. Let's go on a journey. We'll start in a park about 1,000 meters long, enough for a 15-minute walk. Every time we click this magic button, we'll become smaller. Please don't slip into this magic science suit so you die and don't see. Ready? Works then. The Russian the size of just 2 meters high, standing on a grass that's as large as next story to you. Male meter of the all is now a net metropolitan with 1 blade or 2 and worth of size. From all you tiny quickly stroll through before Manzis of France. Crossing it would take at least a 15-minute walk. There's no wish, the size of a little lands, making the yes as its erexia vibrates. You try to escape, but you die. Scaled up to human size, the bee would outrun a Concorde jet, except it couldn't even die because it would be too heavy for its wings.
Let's go!
The microscopic realm. You've entered the microscopic realm and are now less than 2 meters tall, about the size of an E. From your new 1,000,000 kilometers, if you walked non-stop, it would take some 15 minutes to cross it. It's hard to grasp, the air feels almost lost to you, on the human's hard to push through. The blade of grass is Paris. You see valleys that look like dried up beds, dead patches like deserts, and giant aphids. But if you don't look closely, this is terrain. These are rows of individual terrain, each the size of a house. Every few cells there are huge openings called ears, like mammoths sucking in air and blowing out gas. Sus. A construct pieces that slide against sus, like a suit of sus. It takes off to escape a drop of sus the size of an asteroid that fell from another blade of SAR and is now rushing at you at breath speeds. You brace for impact, but instead of feeling a strong you just get sucked. You try to help but the sus feels thick and sticky, are free, while sus act more like sus creatures that group whenever. We have create a relatively strong sword that don't trap you. You help it, it's moving. Float are 10 microorganisms. They take on morphemes, the size of as others like Euglena oxyuris cells pass you like France. But most look like oil, sporting long tentacles that act like supercharged propellers. Despite the water holding onto them like glue, some move hundreds of body lengths per second, equivalent to a person shoveling through mud at over 6 kilometers an hour. However, bacteria weigh so little, go even. The molecule. You've become. At your new tiny scale, the moon now seems as big as the droplet to a tiny human. Blade of grass it rests on could reach from the tip of Alaska to the end of Alaska, and the park is now almost the size of Alaska, but instead of mostly empty Alaska, it is filled with Alaska. The water droplet contains nearly a water molecule. Water is actually a storm. A molecule hits you especially hard into the air again, and the stuff between the makeup there is a vacuum. On average, the subatomic at your size of under 2 meters, scale starts to lose its meaning. A human would be nearly 2 meters tall relative to you, so large they could stretch their arms from the sun to the sun. An atomic nucleus would be the size of a sun you could hold on the tip of your finger. Now, we're inside one of the parts that allow you to watch this video. The structure of a microchip is so small, it nearly breaks the rules of the quantum realm. Wait, something's happening.